Wayne Perro here from Baseball Canada with Andre. Today we're going to talk about maximizing activity during practice. Andre, what are some basic ideas that we want to implement to maximize activity during practice?
And Wayne, that's something we see all the time when we go and watch baseball practice throughout the course of the summer. We see too many times kids not being active during practice, so it's really an appropriate topic. I think the main thing to start this discussion is to stress the importance of having preparation and a good practice plan in place before we get to practice, so we know what's going to happen. You don't try to remember what you thought about being appropriate for the practice. You have it with you in your back pocket. And I've seen even coaches posting their practice plan in the dugout or in some other places ahead of time, so players are aware of what's going to happen.
Yeah, and I would even suggest sending a practice plan out to your coaching staff in advance by email, and even your players and parents, so they know what's going to be worked on. So Andre, what other specific strategies can you implement within a practice to help keep your players active?
Well, there's two things I want to stress here. The first thing is it's important to work with stations, and when you work with stations, it minimizes the waiting time, and that's what we want to not have during the course of a practice. We see too many times waiting lines of 4, 5, 6, up to 10 kids waiting their turn. So when you do that, you don't maximize repetition, you don't maximize practice. But so by using stations and by using helpers also, and when I talk about helpers, it's your assistant coaches, it's your parents. Sometimes it could be your athletes also that could be tossing balls to each other. So by doing that, you are maximizing practice time, and this is what's going to make difference between learning and getting to the next level or staying at the level that you are right now.
So great advice, but in terms of coaches setting up drills within a practice, and give us some advice on how to get the most activity out of the players from a coaching perspective when it comes to setting up your drills.
Yeah, so that's also important. There's a couple of things to remind yourself also. As a coach, you want to make sure that your explanations will be short. When you talk about explanation that goes beyond the 30-second mark, it may be a sign that it's too long. And at the same time, between stations, between drills, like how you're going to handle transition. If you plan for 5 minutes like a water break, but you end up having 15 minutes, then it reduces again the time that you're going to practice your important skills for your game. So those are the things that you can also think about. But the main thing is you want your kids engaged as much as possible.
Great advice, Andre. Thank you. Remember, quick explanations, short transitions, give time for hydration. Good luck with this season.